There is this one television that is so entertaining. It is so inspiring and so educative. Starcross TV, inspiring station. Watch Starcross TV, enlightening station. Watch Starcross TV, empowering station. God's own station, uniting the world. There is this one television that is so entertaining. It is so inspiring and so educative. Starcross TV, inspiring station. Watch Starcross TV, enlightening station. Watch Starcross TV, empowering station. God's own station, uniting the world. There is this one television that is so entertaining. It is so inspiring and so educative. Starcross TV, inspiring station. Watch Starcross TV, enlightening station. Watch Starcross TV, empowering station. God's own station, uniting the world. There is this one television that is so entertaining. It is so inspiring and so educative.
Good morning, beloved viewer. Thank you so much for joining us. It is Morning Star Breakfast Show, and yes, it is a brand new week. I hope you had a beautiful weekend. You went to church, you did all that you had in mind to do, and now it's a new week. I hope you have already penned down your to-do list for the week, and make sure you go for them. Don't just write and hope that things will get itself done. Yeah, you have to wake up and get those things done. Once again, you're welcome to Morning Star Breakfast Show. My name is Ruth Obu, and as usual, I'm not here alone. I'm here with my counterparts. Yeah, So I'd like to start with, I'd like to introduce to you Sister P. Smith. I don't know, is your eye paining you? Just get to do this, I don't understand.
Yeah, I'm just in the other room.
I thought you were trying to say start with Eric.
Oh, are you serious about that? All right, thank you so much. Good morning to you. You're looking dashing.
Thank you.
Good morning to you, Brother David.
Good morning,
So what's
Sister
with the
Peace.
native today? I don't get.
We are looking forward to
Oh,
it.
you're coming there. All right, good morning to your wonderful audience. Yeah, it is a beautiful Monday morning. Guess what? Mondays is always for people, great people with mission. Yeah, so I would be telling you that today, just know that success is when you wake up every morning and decide that that day is gonna be the best day of your life. So if you have been opportune to wake up today, know that today you are meant for success. So go get that goal you've set for today. Good morning to you once again, and thank you so much for joining us on Morning Star Breakfast Show.
Wow, that's amazing. Yes, you've heard it all from our fabulous Smith. Yes, you've heard everything about, success, not just everything. You've heard some tips about success. Thank you so much, Sister
You're welcome.
P. Smith. And now I'd like to welcome you.
The professor.
Welcome the professor, the one who is aspiring to be in the blue family. You know what I mean? Look at him. He's, arranged.
Do you need to
arranged in
ask
blue.
ask for his consent first before you affirm?
That's what I
There's
think.
no problem.
That's what I
I
think.
can always undo the both of you.
Oh, you think so?
Okay, we have Professor Brother David Eric in our midst. Give it up, give it up, give it up. Woo!
And I was thinking you're going to say
Normally, I'm
Professor
supposed to be
Andrew.
shy, but I am a man, so I'll not be shy. Good morning to you, Sister Ruth,
Hello.
and good morning, Sister
Good
Peace.
morning.
Yes, these are my ribs. I am always capable, comfortable in handling them, no matter what they bring to the table. I'm always there to make sure that the table is arranged. Once again, welcome to Morning Star Breakfast Show, brought to you by Starcross Television, #1 religious television worldwide. There's no argument about that. Am I right?
Yeah, sure.
All right, over to you.
Okay, thank you so very much. You're welcome to Morning Star Breakfast Show. You're
Thank
welcome. And to the cinematographers, I'm saying hello. Brother at the MCR, I'm saying good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. We are a team. We are working together.
Yeah.
So on that note, we'll be going on a short break. But before then, remember that whenever you're trying to do something very good in life, temptations will come. So it is now left for you to overcome and see how you can proceed and make sure you get to your goal no matter what may come your way. If you lose God, now you fail. You have to rise up. If you see anything rising up to kick against what you are planning to do, know that you are actually doing the right thing and you must forge ahead. All those things, like fight, wake up. I'm not saying you should go physical with people. Yeah, I'm just talking about some temptations that may arise. Some of them I feel like they are natural, some of them are just there to test your faith, to see just how much you love that dream of yours.
How
Just
determined you are.
how determined you are to get to achieve your dreams. Yeah, so if you're facing that, know that you're actually doing the right thing. In fact, what you are doing is going to be a very beautiful thing, so you have to forge ahead and cut off all those bad energies trying to hinder you from getting to your destination. Once again, you're welcome to Morning Star Breakfast Show. Right now, we're going on a short break to return shortly. Please stay with us. My name is Ruth Obo.
I must confess, your goodness and mercy, they follow me. I must confess, Mami, Oluwa mi, you be the best. I must confess, among the people that loved us, your love is the best. I must confess, among the people that love us, your love is the best. Papa, this all love no be bongo. You don't turn us to bongo. For the body clean with the stain, you don't wash us, put us for mansion. Because see that light on your place, because it's not the man of it. Everybody follow me and sing, because Jehovah do my again. I must confess, your goodness and mercy, they follow us all. I must confess, we must confess, I must confess. Baby, Oluwa mi, you be the best. It no be for you, no be for them. It no be for you, no be for the world. Oh my. the mercy, the fool, the poor, I must confess. I must confess. I must confess. Among the people that loved us, your love is the best. Papa, this your love no be bobo. You don't turn us to mama. For the body claim we be stay low. One night for your mashup we dey stay low. You don't do what's not this a much. I know if you talk like this a much. Everybody follow me and sing on. Because I do but I do what we get done. I must confess. I must confess. Your goodness and mercy that you was on. I must confess. Among the people that love us, your love is the best. Confess, confession.
If you're just joining us, you're still watching the Morning Star Breakfast Show. Welcome back to Star Cross Television. Yeah. Today we'll be talking. We have a very inspiring topic of discuss, and that will be done by our brother here, Professor Brother David Eric.
All right.
To you.
Thank you so much, Sister Ruth, and thank you so much, Sister Peace.
You're welcome.
And today is a wonderful day. Today is Monday, and Mondays are meant for great starts, great beginning. This year we told us that we'll be doing reality check, and all our topics, everything we're doing is reality check. So today
When
we're
I
going.
hear reality check, I just do I just start because I know what you can do on this set.
No, not
I
like
hope it's
that.
not about us on this set.
Technically,
I'm just listening to him. I want
it's
him
for
to land.
everybody. It's for everybody, but you know definitely there's always a forerunner and there's always a leader.
You know you promised we are your missing rib, so you always
Yes, I'll
protect
be
us.
gentle.
Okay?
Don't worry, I'll
No
be gentle.
problem.
But
Let's hear
fortunately, you guys are not. You are good products, for example. So I'm always proud of
Oh,
you guys.
okay.
Now today, you guys should allow me now.
Okay.
Today we'll be looking at the skin. You know, God created us in His image and likeness. And we being the image and likeness of God, we have to portray a very wonderful, portray a very wonderful and beautiful appearance anytime we find ourselves. And we've noticed that over times, humans have looked for every means to over-enhance so many things, and this has caused damages to the lives of so many people and to their skin. Yes, that was last week when I walked around. I encountered a very young lady, and I noticed that she was having different shades of color.
Wow.
Yes. I must speak the
Like the
truth
rainbow
because
color.
it's coming from the other gender. I mean no harm, but I'm saying the truth. And if you check critically, you will notice that the ladies are victims to these circumstances. They try
Like
to.
it is 50-50. Don't just limit
Yeah,
it to
yeah.
because
Remember,
right now
we are-
there is
we
a
are-
picture. There is
yes.
a picture online, and that's a brother's legs. You know, they do this a lot. I don't know for what reason. So
We are
let's say
entitled
let
to
it- you know
our
what?
opinion.
it is
Remember,
50-50, please.
there's no problem.
Okay.
Our phone lines is open and we are live on YouTube and on Facebook. So feel free to call us in and tell us. Like I'm going to make it to be a debative aspect
Okay.
between the men and the women who go out there to enhance their skin, maybe from turning from dark to white. We definitely know it is the women that leads. Definitely.
No,
that's the
I'm
truth.
going to support you at this point.
So
I
Sister
won't be
Peace.
standing with Sister Ruth
All right.
at this point. Yeah. When you're talking about skin upgrading,
Yeah.
I think it's more from the women. Except you see a man who feels like, oh God,
I don't know if
need
that
to-
is the real man.
You said what?
I don't know if that's the real man.
A real man, wow. Okay, except to see a man who feels like, oh, he needs to, you know, maybe he's having this inferiority complex. But I believe that inferiority complex could be seen more of from the woman aspect. Because for me, the men I meet or the men I keep, like I get in contact with, or maybe
Example me.
Okay, example
Yeah.
like you, and we have a whole lot even in the building here.
Yes.
You know, they have this self-confidence in them, and that's one thing I love about men, real men. You know, they have this self-confidence that they just love being who they are. When you're seeing a black person, you see that beautiful, that handsome aspect of that person.
Oh.
And then when you see a fair complexion or a fairer complexion person, you see that person up and standing to, or maybe loving who he is. But for the women out there, recently, should I put it that way? Recently, it's now that all the black women would accept the fact that if they are looking black, they're beautiful. Prior before now, they feel like, oh, when you're looking for, you're more beautiful. This Eurocentric, I don't know how to put it, like this whitish kind of mentality. Oh, I want to look like the whites, understand? Oh, I want to be beautiful like the whites, I want to have a clear skin and all of that. Not knowing that once you start applying something that is detrimental to your skin, you're now damaging your skin. Sometimes, not just the shades of blue you're talking about, the various colors, you start seeing skin irritation. And other hyperepidemia or something that starts affecting the skin. Pigmentation. Yes, hyperpigmentation. It starts affecting the skin. So I believe that it's more of the women. Women are more of
attracted to flashy things.
Having this inferiority complex to men.
Yes, but that's the truth.
Yeah, it's true. We are more attracted to
flashy things.
Because once you see something looking so, you feel that, oh, that's beauty, oh, Sister Ruth is looking for her, so that means she's beautiful. Then you that is looking, maybe you are having this dark complexion, and you don't just know the fact that you're beautiful. You don't accept the fact that you're beautiful.
Because beauty lies in the eyes.
Yeah, yes, eyes of the beholder. You need someone to tell you, oh, okay, let's just say maybe you're in a group of persons, and now maybe a couple of guys, because that's where the problem always comes from. A couple of guys comes and then choose to relate with the girl who looks more brighter in terms of complexion, and you feel like, oh, that because I'm not beautiful, because I'm black, that means I'm not knowing that Africans, we are created beautiful the way we are.
Yeah.
Black is African. That's just the truth. We are beautiful. Of course, God in His mercy has decided to create some fair and some black and all of that. But I feel a true African woman or a true African man, that dark nature, that dark complexion, what defines an African. You remember this girl who was added in the Guinness Book of Records. Sorry, I can't recall her name right now. But if you look at her, how beautiful she is she fair? No.
Is this Sister Hilda Bassi?
No, that one was a cooking competition. I'm not talking about. I mean, when it comes to beautiful, the most beautiful girl. She's dark. She has these beautiful eyes. That is African woman, you can see. Today, a lot of women out there, they want to look, slim and all of that. Whereas forgetting that as a true African woman, you're being chubby. Chubby is very beautiful, you understand? But today we want to take drugs that, reduce all the
It's not drugs.
Okay, whatever it is.
Sister Ruth, I'm coming for you.
Whatever it takes,
I am coming for you.
No, but let's face the reality. Whatever it might not be drugs or any other thing, but the fact is they just want to keep in the moving trend. You understand? Look like a model and all of that. That's just what kills us. And before you know it, you start seeing someone having one, or someone once told me that the things we do right now, in our youthful stage, we tend to face them while growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, because right now, like my mom would always tell me something. Like when I try applying all this she would be like,
shell cream.
Yeah, perhaps. No, not just cream, not the cream, like this powder kind of something. She'll be like, have you seen my face? And I'll be like, yes, your face is always so clean and natural. And I'm like, that's because applying all those things is not good with the face. While growing up, you start seeing maybe this place. Naturally, I have this dark eyes because of my dad. But you see other women who have somehow the hair becomes very red,
different kind of colors.
No, we are not trying to make someone feel bad out there, but we are just trying to face the truth. Remember, it's reality check. You start having hair red, you start having hair black, and all of that. You are messing up your whole form of existence, if I must put it like that. So I believe that it comes with self-confidence. As a woman, you should be confident of who you are. You should be bold. You should be happy. Like, it starts with self-love. If I don't love myself the way I am, the way I'm created, how would someone out there respect who I am? If someone out there is trying to make you feel ridiculed or feel bad of who you are, of your real existence, it's up to you to stand up for yourself. There is this song. that I love so much. Actually, it's not kind of within the PCS fold. The girl said she's always trying to apply makeup, to do this just because she wants to tell the world that she's beautiful. But then at some point she said you have to stand up for yourself. You don't have to show them that you're weak. You don't have to show them that they are more, or you are not who you are. Do you understand? So what am I saying? The whole essence. As a woman, you should appreciate your whole body. God has not naturally. So I don't even believe in all this, using all this expensive, products that will just start glamoring your skin and all of that. But I feel that if you can moderate on everything you're using to apply on your skin, knowing that if you're dark, you're beautiful the way you are. If you're fair, good, you're beautiful. Not just feeling like, it's very funny. You might be fair, or fine, you are dark right now, and there's someone who is out there who is dark but would want to be fair. And there's someone out there who doesn't even like the fact that she's fair.
Yeah.
Do you understand? That's how life works. Someone once told me something yesterday. He said, don't you think, okay, it's in the church, in the Bethel, the preacher said, don't you think if God gives you a car, you will not ask for an aeroplane? That's
how
just
life
the truth.
is.
That's how life is. So because I'm fair and I'm looking for how to be black or dark, and someone out there who is dark is all praying to be fair and everything, or so I feel life always starts with being confident, loving yourself for who you are, and not by trying to imitate the other person, copycat. So that's just it for me.
All right, thank
so
you
I
so
think
much.
it's a 60-40.
Yeah.
Women high and
we
men.
have a stand now, and that's what I want. I don't want you to be diplomatic, please.
Yeah,
All right,
try
you know
not to.
very well as a human being, your image, your facial expression is the key point for contact between you and other persons. And most people have felt that if they turn to be light-skinned, they will have access to so many things, most especially the other gender. I mean, the ladies. They feel if they are light-skinned, when they are being approached or when they approach situations, they will have key access. So this has made some of our women gone astray. I remember growing up very, very young, I saw like becoming fair is a business in Nigeria. Most women want to go out and fine-tune their skin from what God has given to them. And maybe at the young age, you will not really have much reaction, but growing older, you see them start deteriorating, and so many things might happen to them. And this has caused so many things in this country, and it is still going on to now. So what do you have to say about the women?
Okay. Yeah, to start with, I'm not a fan of skin bleaching.
Okay.
Yeah, because it is said that black is beautiful, black is bold,
Well, you are
black
now fair.
is rich, black is
It's giving.
it's giving, it's beautiful. Black is everything. Black is strong. So I'm not, it's not my fault that I'm light skinned. But you won't say I'm fair. This is
You're
caramel.
chocolate.
Caramel, yes. You
It's
won't say
alright.
I'm
Please give me the names.
if I am here, I can't sit where Peace is, because Peace is fair. I am light skinned like caramel. I'm not as fair as she is. Yeah. I'm not a fan of people who bleach, because I believe black is beautiful, and you don't even have to spend that much if you are dark skin.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Very well.
What are you trying to
I
say
call
to
them.
the
I
really
like
get
to-
it.
I like to call them
really?
dark and lovely. Dark and lovely, because you won't have to spend much to maintain your skin. Like, everything can go. That's what some sisters don't know. Some brothers and sisters don't know. Actually, I'm not leaving brothers out of this, because I know of some brothers. You need to see their knuckle. Like, if you even pinch them, it turns to green. What have you done? Like, how did you get to that
Sorry.
extent?
And they're not albino or something. Or
They are
how
not.
do they call it?
No, I'm not talking. No, not albino. Even albinos, they don't have to spend much. It's natural, right? Anything goes. You are still maintaining your beauty, your complexion, right? Like, sometimes, like, I ask myself, how did you get to this extent, this stage you are? Like, you kept doing it, and you kept seeing coats of
Many
colors, and you just kept going on and on. I don't know,
Believing
like,
that there's hope for a brighter future.
yes. I don't know if someone
Everything
actually
is not funny.
No, but that's what it is. When you're going astray, someone will keep telling, maybe your mentor, maybe that's
exactly.
fine.
I was coming to motivational speakers. Sometimes it's not always. I don't know. Let me not say it, because it might fall back on us on
No,
this set
it-
before
it-
the
no,
before
no,
the
Sister
day
Ruth,
runs out.
it will not for you're saying the truth.
No, let me tell you, sometimes these people, these beauticians who sells this product to them, they keep telling them the darkest part of the night brings the dawn of the day. There is always
A very
light
good
at
light.
the end of the
A
tunnel.
very good line.
Keep rubbing your skin. Your skin will soon get to normal, and it just keeps getting bad, and you're still going on. I saw a picture. You know, I told you that there is one picture right now making rounds on the social media. Yeah, you need to see. You think how you went to do farm work? Which farm work? It's the blemishes. Like it has gone so bad that such a person, if you ask me, I'm not a beautician. I don't sell beauty product. I'm not even into that. I would say you have to stop rubbing cream for at least 6 months for you to get back your normal skin. Because if you keep applying things, you're getting everything is just getting worse. And I would like to like deviate a bit from what Sister P said. Sometimes you rub these things, and like for the sisters, it's very, very dangerous. A sister who has not yet gotten a child, giving birth,
very
is
true.
very dangerous. You keep bleaching your skin. And do you know if you're going to have complications during child birth? You know, and having complications, in order for you to be alive and your child to be alive, they have to conduct CS. I know it is easy to tear the body, but how about this, the stitching part of it? Sister Peace wants to throw up. Sorry.
No, you know that point when you must have. Let me tell the sister because
aside from child birth, there are other things. Sometimes people have complications. I saw a sister who said she has undergone like 6 surgeries already. One of which is childbirth. Now others are there. They had to tear her body to conduct this operation. I was going to say appreciation. To conduct this operation, and all was successful, right? Imagine that she just kept bleaching her skin just so that people can say, you're beautiful. How much are they attaching to you're beautiful? Think about it. It's just you're beautiful. I love your skin color. It does not come with money. You asked if it will come with if you to give them access to. I don't think it comes with, because sometimes this thing matters. You're not natural, and maybe they want you to be out there to be an ambassador for a particular. What are you going to be? What are you there to do? Are you going to tell them, oh, my company, we are my company
Product or
no, not product. Like we bleach, so we are now advising you. Right? To bleach
Wow.
as well.
Yeah.
You have to go out there looking all like indeed you're an ambassador. People are looking up to you. People think you are, in fact, you're close to, you're near perfect. But if you're doing all those things, I don't think people will take you seriously now. Be like, this one does not even know. She's not even confident to start with, because if you are, you will not touch your God's given skin. And there are other disadvantages, like, for example, we're taught, I think that was in Sabbath also. That's why I said I was going to deviate. You know, doing all this bleaching. Okay, I'll come from there, and also come from all this touch up on the face. On the face, right? We're taught in Sabbath that sometimes, when after touching up, you know, and then you've been praying for a particular thing for a very long time, and then finally God sends an angel to bring that blessing to you. That's
you come and meet another face.
You are the one that they come to meet you. They know who they sent to earth.
Change of identity.
You know, they know who came on earth, who was sent to earth to go and take out a particular assignment. And they are coming. You were fair or you were dark. Suddenly you are fair. God knows you are the one, but the angel, I don't know, it might not know. You know, they will come with the gifts.
Change of identity.
They will come with it, and they will say, yes, they met somebody there. Yes, she's bearing the same name, but the looks is not the same. We can't give her gift or his gift to another person. They will send it back. God knows you are the one, and he knows how far you have gone with your skin.
You're being sarcastic at this point.
No, sincerely speaking, I'm being real. Reality check by
Yes, we have been real.
We are being real on this set, yeah. So they would come, they will not see you, they will take it back. The same thing with makeup. You are there, fine, you have not touched your skin color. You are still you. But you have dropped a lot of things.
And
now you are carrying
from your
another
head to
person's,
your neck is different.
Yes, aside from you are carrying another person's look. You understand?
Yes.
You have covered yourself entirely, you no longer look like your very self. I know some people will say, I need nude, like, you know, makeup, some makeup artists will call it nude, like close to you, like it's just you,
a different reflection
like
of
yes,
you.
if you look at you, just, you know, like you must come close to know that that person is wearing makeup, almost close to not wearing makeup, just to you know, bring out the person's complexion, just a light touch, right? Some people would so like they would, it would be as if it's plaster, like plaster the thing all over. So excuse me, now you are carrying another person's image entirely. So now we're also taught in Sabbath that when they come, when these angels come, because for sure, for real, you've been praying for something, and one day you will receive it. Because God is not wicked. He's hearing you. He's not deaf. He's hearing you. You keep telling God you want this thing, you want this thing. One day, He will just surprise you. Ta-da! Here you go. And when they bring this thing now, they are seeing a different image because you have used another person's image to cover yourself entirely. And when they come, they will not see you. They will take it back. Meanwhile, you were there. And then you keep troubling Him again. Father, I've been praying, 10 years now.
And maybe when you're praying, you're not applying all those things on your face.
You know, so there are a lot of disadvantages, ranging from oppression and, you know, the spiritual part of it. There are a lot of things. So me, I'm not a fan of it. If you are doing it, you have to stop already so that you will not blame anybody. They say everything should be done in moderation. Too much of everything is a disease. It might lead to death. So please, if you have someone who has done it and the skin is already misbehaving, please tell the person to stop already. I feel like if the person can stop rubbing cream, like for like 6 months, the person will get back his or her skin. I just think, I don't know. I'm not a beautician. I don't know how they call them.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm not a therapist. No, I'm not a therapist. But I just think if you stop, because I feel like, I don't know, even some people will say I rub hair cream or something. I don't even know about that, but just stop. When you get back your skin, you can go for normal. Maybe you start with
Okay.
I don't know.
I was just helping you out. I was just helping.
Funny enough, it seems like it's very funny, but we are saying nothing but the truth. Our face is very, very essential. Our skin is very, very essential. And we humans have forgotten that this is what is vital to us. At this point in time, I'm not going to say the women or the men, but I would say it's really, really bad for a man to leave his original skin and migrate to a higher version. It is very, very bad. That mode of android upgrading is very, very bad. Like, how will you feel as a man? You were dark before and you're walking on the road, you cannot walk under sun.
Right.
I'm telling you,
talk about that.
You cannot walk on that. You are not free anymore. The world God has created, they will restrict you that do not move under sun, move with AC, do this. And if you don't have the money to meet up all this, you start turning to something
That's like
else.
when the person goes for
I'm telling you,
surgical.
my sister, whether you
Some
rub,
cream.
there are some creams you will rub, they will tell you that you cannot move under sun.
Are you serious?
You need to be in AC in a very comfortable. Imagine you don't even have fan in your house and you go and start rubbing cream. How will you look like? In short, in the night when you are sleeping, heat must have transformed you. Waking up in the morning, you turn to see some other person with dark spots, and
when you go to the mirror, you just exclaim like,
my God,
I just feel men who do this thing, I don't know, why would they want to do it?
they are not real men.
Yes, that's the truth. But let's face the truth. Except maybe you want to be like a woman. I don't know.
And Sister Ruth is happy at this point by saying that men who undergo this process are not real men. Am I right?
you're right now. They
right.
do it a lot. I'm telling you, I
I've
know of
seen it
somebody
before.
who does
I've
it
seen
a
it.
lot. And like if the person injures has an injury, let me put it that way, has an injury, stays there for a very long time because you've killed everything now. The skin is very light.
Light,
Yeah,
yes.
so I'm not speaking out of point. I'm telling you, this is reality check. The only difference is that I have not mentioned anybody's name.
But
Mention that you'll be
the
jail
sad
for
thing,
it.
the sad
Every
thing is
eye
this
cover.
now. Most people do not really put this into consideration. That is why the business is still booming, because people do not really come out to tell people that this is what is happening. Because these people producing this thing wants to skip.
No, let me tell you something, Eric. Sorry for cutting you. You know, like, this this kind of is it drugs? Let me just put it that way. Sometimes they tell you they die young. Let's just say for cigarettes, something like cigarette, they tell you smokers die young, but people keep doing it. So I believe that even when they see this, the effects, the bad side of the effects of this thing, they still want to do it. That's where low self-esteem comes in. Yeah, this thing, of course, maybe the effect will start coming in when I'm much older. By then I'll have no desire of the body. I'm just telling the truth. That's what goes on. Maybe they'll say I'll have no desire of the body again. And you understand? Or perhaps like women, they'll say by then I should be in my husband's house or something. That's how the mentality
So
of
your,
women.
this husband
Your,
that
your
deserves to be
husband,
looking
your
at.
husband will wake
Let me
up
tell
to
you
see
something.
a different shade.
Let me
Yes,
tell you
Imagine
something.
waking up in the morning to see somebody you married today, and you are waking up the next morning and seeing another person.
There is a story like that. There is this lady, I wouldn't be mentioning the name, who was about getting married. When the husband got, when they met before the marriage day, the wedding day proper. So the lady had this normal complexion, but because she wanted to look like to glow during her wedding day, yes, it's someone where like the person stayed where we were saying all of that. So she wanted to glow, and then she had to go in for this machine wash. That's how they call it.
Yes, I've seen it.
Yes,
I
so
saw it on social
okay,
media.
okay. It was a true life story. So she went for a machine wash or something, so has to make her skin very, glittering and all of that, and to give her this different and beautiful look. But behold, the husband
I'm
was
just
like,
thinking ahead.
I'm coming. When she went, the husband was like, this is not how I met you. Like, what did you go and do? She started explaining that was how the marriage went for it. I'm not just trying to, maybe be sarcastic at this point, but I see that some people with the real mindset, real men really would not want you to, like, you are not this and yes, and
Temper with
you go
your skin.
temper with your skin. It's just like a lady who went in to fix all this thing, and then she had to go blind her eyes just because she wanted to add to what God has already or
On
to
her wedding day,
augment.
right? That's what I heard. On her wedding
So
day.
what are we saying? Those things are not. We are not sitting down here to say, "Oh, we are perfect." Yes, because after now there's a light behind the camera.
Yeah.
But what we are saying is that try to moderate on all those things.
Yes.
You don't just have to go extra miles to please every other person. For men, I feel some of them who do that, they are not real men. They are just trying to please someone. Maybe they are not just comfortable with their own skin, and they just want to look like to them they feel looking fairer is more beautiful, or to now make you more handsome and all of that. But for me, I don't see that way. I don't believe that. Oh, you're normally imagine looking at a man and he's having black and white skin and all of that. I'm like, wow. Honestly, I really like that. Puts me off, and I can actually tell a story that I once met someone like that, and I was like, wow, that means, let's just say maybe as life would have it, maybe something goes all turned down, then your real complexion will come in, and this is not how I met you. You understand my point?
Yeah.
So at that point, I feel if you are a man, you should be comfortable with who you are, what you have, how you look. You understand? You are, as a man, you are not supposed to even feel bad about yourself. I feel this thing is a woman thing. Like, we women,
That's what Sister Ruth will never agree.
Yes, this thing is a woman thing. If you see any man, it's like a man who tries to, start looking feminine and all of that. No, that's not a man thing. That's a woman thing. So if you're just out there as a man, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to make you feel less of yourself or whatever you've been doing. But at this point, I feel if you've been finding yourself doing all those things, there's a way to limit it. It doesn't have to take 6 months to go back to your real skin. Sometimes, if you can stop for a month, you still go back to your real skin. I'm telling you that. So,
Depending on how damaged your skin has been.
but you don't have to be sarcastic at this
But
point.
that's the simple truth. Everybody's skin is different. So depending, if you are lucky, you're just starting and your advice on time, you could possibly go back. Funny enough in life is that everybody are not the same. Somebody might be lucky to go into that process and come out victorious, and you
Who
don't
have
know,
you seen being victorious?
and you don't
David?
know, and you don't
David,
know.
who
No,
have
let
you
us look
seen?
like
Reality check
he
them.
came. But there are people who went through that process,
Okay.
and they are not really bad like that. They also have the luxury for maintenance. Do you have the money for everyday maintenance, every year maintenance, living a fake life, understand? Living without associating with people, not to get affected by the inhabitant, and so on and so forth. It's very, very bad. So that person might be succeeding, and you know your income is average. You want to go and use the machine to wash your skin and maintain. How will you survive? how then will you survive? So they're not thinking about this thing. Most people advise and so many things, association got them to the point they are. But I believe God will forgive them and change them.
Amen.
All right.
Eric, you've not talked about lips bleaching as well. Are you not aware of that?
You know, everything is just so funny. Like everything is so funny.
And you know the people topping charts.
I
there,
know
the
what
bloggers.
I know
the
what you're
brothers,
going
right?
to.
Brothers,
For
yes.
pink lips.
Pink clips, yes. Yeah, some
It's
people
also
use
bad.
Lisa.
It's
I
also
don't know
bad.
if it is called Lisa, this machine. They
Oh.
just use, yes, they use it to change the color completely.
It's really, really bad.
I feel like all these things might just boil down to cancer. That's
Of
sometimes
course.
that's how
Yes.
these cancers
Yes.
come in.
Yeah.
How
Like, are you trying
How do
to
you-
tell God you are not proud that He gave you a black lip?
Exactly.
God, not even
Yes.
that one.
No,
God, that's the
doing-
main creator. Originality, like originality is fixed 100%. You're trying to tell him that his works is not good.
And
Definitely, he will
it's,
help you. He will help you very well.
the disadvantages of all these pink lips is they get to spoil their lips for life. Sincerely speaking,
Wonderful.
like some of my classmates in secondary school, I saw them recently. I saw them like 2 years ago, because I was always, anytime I go to the market, I think most of them had their businesses around the
there.
market. So I'm like, this person that had dark lips all of a sudden is now flaunting pink lips. I said, okay, all is well. Like, as I just kept going to the market, I saw the shape of the lips started changing.
It
Right.
was weighing down or what?
Kind of, like, it became
Increasing.
more like, it started changing. It started changing.
Okay.
It was not like the way it was. Fine, it gave them what they wanted.
At
They
the first-
enjoyed
at
it.
the- at the
Yeah, they
first
enjoyed
time.
it for some months before the lips started changing, and you can do nothing about it at that point.
Okay.
Because these people have not told. They only told you it will give you a pink lips. They didn't tell you the after
The
effects.
after effects
They
of
didn't
it.
tell them.
You see what I was
Aside
talking
from
about?
that,
See what
I
I'm
also
talking
saw
about?
some people here in the kingdom doing the same thing, and it started spoiling their lips shape. I don't know if it will later go back, but for the meantime, I don't, and I can't say anything because you have not even approached me. I cannot be the aproko. I just see. Even the Bible says, even though you be quick to see, but don't be quick to talk. So yes, I will just see and like, wow, congratulations. That's what you wanted. You asked for this, and you got it. And like, I feel like it might. There is something that is not right inside. You need to
Inside,
meet
right?
the doctor. If you can change, if it is so powerful enough to change, like, you know, for example, some people have this love shaped lips.
Okay.
It starts going up from love because it can change to sincerely, it can change to apple shape or something. Yes, it's as bad as that. I don't know if you didn't notice it. I noticed it. It started
I've not
changing,
paid attention.
and then after some time, the pink lip starts fading out, thereby leaving some dark spots. Some places will be orange, some places will be red. How
How
are you
wonderful.
going to face the masses?
How
Because you
wonderful.
cannot stay inside. You have to go out and hustle. How are you going to speak? Are you going to be wearing nose mask? You know, think about
No,
that.
it's a question for everyone.
Before you go into that, you have to think.
See, I am against this, so definitely you're supposed to use another person for
I'm
the
just saying,
example.
imagine him on this set. How will you hide it from the
No,
world?
no. Imagine,
Just come and say,
imagine
"Hi,
me
I
how
love yourself."
imagine me how dark I am tomorrow.
Exactly.
I wake up and come out. You see me fair. Won't you run away from me?
I would say, no, this is not my colleague. You know?
Yeah, it is really, really funny, but of a truth, I like what you were saying. Most people do not really create awareness to this because of it's a business. The awareness in this is really, really low, and that's why we have more people going into this adventure and still facing the same problem. So we are here advising you out there. Please do not fine-tune your skin. Be contented with what God has given to you. He knows why He made you black. He knows why He made you white. We are all to live together as one family, one big family. So be happy for who you are. All right, we have a wonderful guest in our studio today. I'm not going to be revealing the guest until we come back from this break. Stay tuned.
Would like to make a few clarifications as usual, so that our brothers in the press will report us for who we are and convey the message directly from us without misrepresenting us. So, gentlemen of the press, We are known as Brotherhood of the Cross and Star. This is not like hard experiences with brethren when they want to report our statement, they say Brotherhood Church or Olumba Church. Yeah, Brotherhood of the Cross and Star. Our Father, on whose instance and authority and divine directive that we issue this statement, is His Holiness Olumba Obu, the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. He is not a general overseer. He is not a pastor. You know, this clarification becomes necessary because when you are reporting, you should not say the pastor or Brotherhood of the Cross and Star, His Holiness Olumba Obu. That would be his representation. Once again, it is His Holiness Olumba Obu, King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. He is the leader of Brotherhood of the Cross and Star. So please take note of this few clarification as we commence the press briefing. In the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, in the blood of our Lord Jesus Christ, from now on. So this is the text of the press briefing issued by the Office of the Christian Spokesman to an celebration of the Christian event tagged Divine Assurance of the Christ, issued today, Saturday, 16th day of March 2024, at the NUJ Press Center, Abuja, Federal Capital Territory. Gentlemen of the press, I bring you greetings of divine love, peace, and goodwill from His Holiness Olumba Obu, the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, leader of the Cross and Star. On whose authority and divine mandate, I issue this press statement as Brotherhood of the Cross and Star prepares to celebrate and host a highly spiritual and impactful event that universal divine institution that teaches and practices universal love, peace, unity, and righteousness in the Holy Spirit. The main concern of Brotherhood is the salvation of souls, reformation of sinners, and the entrenchment of the supernatural teachings of leader Olumba, which hinges on oneness, humility, forgiveness, servant leadership, and all other virtues of the Holy Spirit as taught and practiced by our Lord Jesus Christ. It is for this reason that Brotherhood of the Cross and Star is also referred to as the Christ Universal Spiritual School of Practical Christianity. Therefore, Brotherhood of the Cross and Star is non-denominational, non-sectional. It is an institution that is open to all humanity, irrespective of color, nationality, or creed. Indeed, it is the melting pot of all ideologies, where the core doctrines that unite the human family with God is taught and practiced in line with the will of God for humanity. Therefore, it is a new kingdom of God instituted and governed by God Himself. Its establishment on earth is the answer to the third statement in the Lord's Prayer, as recorded in Matthew chapter 6, verse 9, which pleads for the kingdom of God to come and the will of God be done on earth just as it is in heaven. Brotherhood of the Cross and Star is that tabernacle of God, the New Jerusalem, which John saw descending from above, in which God Himself dwells with men and be their God, and as recorded in Revelation chapter 21, verse 3. It is that kingdom of God set up by God Himself, which shall not be destroyed, but shall stand forever, as was revealed to King Nebuchadnezzar in a dream, and interpreted by Daniel, recorded in Daniel chapter 2, verse 44. Mankind must know that it is the will of God as part of his salvation plan to establish his kingdom physically on earth and not somewhere in the blues, not somewhere in heaven. This is why it is recorded in Revelation chapter 11, verse 15, that the kingdoms of this world have become the kingdom of our Lord and that of his Christ, and he shall reign and reign forever. The Crossing Star is a place of refuge to people of all nations and a place of salvation to humanity. Therefore, we invite you to join and worship with us in any Bethel or brother of the Crossing Star nearest to you. Here in the Federal Capital Territory, we have our Bethel in Uba, we have at Ipape, and the state administrator will provide more information concerning our addresses. It is in line with his soul-saving mission on earth that His Holiness Olumba Obu, the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, has counted the times and season and deemed it fit to take the elect of God through the divine process of our daily Christ, whereby everyone fully expresses Christ-like character, as recorded in 1 John chapter 3, verse 1, saying, "Behold, what manner of love the Father hath bestowed upon us, that we should be called the sons of God. Therefore, the world knoweth us not, because it knew him not." And therefore, I have the instructions of our Holy Father, the leader of Brotherhood of the Crossing Star, His Holiness Olumba Obu, to extend this divine invitation through you, the gentlemen of the press, to all Christians and non-Christians alike, to the divine assurance of the Christhood event with the theme, "Faithful is our God." This event will hold from 25th March to 1st April 2024 at the BCA's World Headquarters, Calabar, Nigeria.
Indeed, that was very, very wonderful following the World Press Conference on the Divine Assurance of Christhood, which took place at FCT Abuja, Nigeria, via the office of the PCS spokesman. Yeah, in case you're still just tuning in, it is the Morning Star Breakfast Show, and of course we have, before we went on that short break, had a beautiful discussion right here in the set, and we also promised you that we have another beautiful segment that we will be bringing to you, and of course it is here already, and we have a wonderful, yes, an Echolion in the studio seated with us. So I would be introducing him, but before then, I am Peace Smith, and I still have my wonderful and beautiful and intelligent presenters here in the studio. Yes, you're welcome back.
Thank you so much.
All right, so join me as I bring to your screen a wonderful and erudite, yes, in the kingdom. He is none other than Brother and Christ Ambassador, Brother Eno Ikwen. Peace of the Father, sir, you're welcome. Good morning to you.
Perfect, Ambassador.
Yes,
Yes.
Ambassador. Yes, good morning, sir. And he will be taking us on motivational speech. Of course, I would be leaving the house to him, and the topic of the discussion is giving, thanksgiving. Yes, over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Good morning.
You've had an amazing session earlier talking about skin bleaching.
Yeah.
Just to put in a little bit there, skin bleaching is actually the form of lightening of the skin, and usually using chemicals. And most skin lightening, all these substances contain mercury and hydroquinone, and mercury they are dangerous to the kidney and the liver. So when people indulge themselves in skin lightening, they call it skin lightening, but it's bleaching.
Yeah.
And it's eventually your kidney is supposed to produce certain substances that keeps your skin darker. The same with liver. Now when you put these heavy substances on the skin, which is not needed, at the point your kidney begin to try to fight back. That's why you see some of them sometimes after rubbing, after a few while, you see the skin try to darken again. Then you begin patches of the white and the black. That's because the kidney is fighting to replace the skin to go back to its normal melanin dark color.
Yeah.
So that constant pressure on the skin eventually causes the kidney to fail. So most times we see people in the hospital looking for help now, it's because they've exposed themselves to these dangerous substances. So this is one of the things that young people who are looking, for me I feel it's a sign of inferiority complex, that you are created black and you want to be white. It doesn't make any meaning. You are endangering yourself. Okay, back to...
No, but before you proceed to you have at that point, touched something important. So let's bring in men and women. So what do you have to say about men who indulge? Because this thing, we used to believe that it's a woman thing.
Yeah.
But currently, not just currently, in the world today, you see men doing it. So what do you have to say about men? Ruth here was saying it's a 50-50, excuse me, and I was like it's a 60-40%.
Yeah.
So what can you say about men who tend to engage in such?
Yeah, our father gave men a new name, real men.
Real men.
And after a while, because of men are very sluggish to respond to God's stimuli, the father added new real men. I hope they'll wake up to that responsibility. But the fact is, the culture, men have relegated the responsibility of raising children to women. And then the children are inspired by who they are close to, who spends more of the time with them. It's not what you say that children do. Children do what you do. And when they are exposed to seeing more of their mothers, and women have over the years, they are weaker vessels, emotionally unstable. So most times, whatever they see on TV, they quickly adopt, mostly when the man is not there to take charge. You see, in marriage, when a woman changes her name to that of a man, it's not just a husband, he's a father figure. It's because the man has a role to play in her life, including her own development. It's like a relay race. A father takes care of the woman, she bears the father's name, biological father. Then after a while, the man exchanges the baton and gives to the husband. The name changes to the husband. The husband becomes a new father. And so when he's not there, most men now are too absentee in the families. And women are not having that fatherly figure anymore to look up to. Then they are getting influenced by what they see on the media, on TV, and seeing people promoting this product, and then they key in. And then the children who are like the people they should look up to, of course, they quickly key into what their mothers are doing. But if there's a father figure, you know that this is wrong. So it's common that even men too, boys, are seeing what you see boys turning into.
Okay, they get this from what they see their moms do.
Okay. See, trying to make up, trying to wear female clothes. Before you know,
Eric likes this.
The case of one Yoruba guy in Lagos, I don't want to mention the ugly name, trying to behave like we have so many of them. That effect now, so many young boys too are wanting to be like that. You go to Unica, you see some boys now walking like girls, behaving like women. So that inspiration comes from them.
Really. Okay, so back to your topic now.
Thank you very much. Today, talking about Thanksgiving, it's so beautiful for me to speak on it because when the father was calling brethren to speak in the hall after his arrival, that momentous moment everybody was waiting for, and everybody was talking how the father's absent, a lot of them missed him. I know most of that missing is because of that dependency people have on the father. Yes, it's good, it's God. We should depend on him for our survival and living. But most of them are beggarly. People go to I believe it's time the kingdom should set up a mechanism within the monarchy, the kingship of our father. People should, if you know you have issues, there are establishments. This is a government. If you look at the seal of brotherhood, you see there, His Holiness Olumba, the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, leader, unified, universal, theocratic government. This is a government. Father has established fellowships. There are fellowships that takes care of people with needs. There are fellowships that take care of people with health challenges. There are fellowships that take care of people with job needs. The Labor Fellowship, the Mercy Fellowship, the Welfare Fellowship, and all the other fellowships.
And even education.
People that have marriage issues, there are fellowships that take care of that. That is the government. That's how government. That's like, and all of that. So Father has already set up those things. Those are the people that should take care of the needs of people. When we pack ourselves to the vestry with issues of house rent, issues of school fees, it doesn't make sense. So there should be organ in the vestry where before you see the father, you must state the reason why you're coming to see the father. If you go there and you say anything outside your points you want to make, you're kicked out. It's government. Why I'm saying this is because, yes, the father gives you. The art of giving keeps you subjective. Yes. it's good for the king because the king uses it. That's what every king wants to brag. Now, if you see the United States of America, for instance, or let's leave United States, let's go to Kingdom of Saudi Arabia where a king is ruling, or the Dubai where a king is also there. Let's look at the system. Now, the king of Dubai and king of Saudi Arabia might be competing. Who is more superior? Because the more they take care of the needs of their people, the more each other, they see themselves as who is superior. The more the welfare of a country, the better that king is seen in the public light, in the social and the global scheme. So a king wants to always take care of his people to make sure they are doing well. Father has set up every establishment that will take care of that. You don't have to see the king to get your needs met. But because you do not believe in the system and you believe if you go to the king has to give you. So we take our beggarly attitude there, not knowing that we are ruining our chances of succeeding and being successful. So why I'm saying this today is because we have to be thankful to the Father and give thanks to him all times. You don't have to be physical benefit that you get. You may be offering your services not only financially, it can be through your voice, it can be through your labor, it can be through your skill you give to the kingdom. And in that, there's also a spiritual blessing that comes with all of those efforts you're making. What you're doing, I don't know how much they pay you, it might be nothing, but that is not what you are earning. The spiritual benefit of your work will span through generations because you are putting in labor. And eventually, from here, one day you see Father will open your ways. Somebody will take you out of Nigeria, maybe work in CNN because of how you've been able to handle this small opportunity you have. So our brethren must have this mindset of always giving all they have and not think. The United States, I think a leader, a president once said, it is not what US should do for you. You think of what you can do for the country. The same thing should go for the kingdom of God. The Father is doing everything for us. If you go to the hospital and see what people are going through, you will be thankful every day for the life you have, for the good health you enjoy. People pay for oxygen. I mean, every day you have to pay huge amount for them to give you. It means you can't even breathe. Then while we are here processing oxygen, there's a lot of gases in the air. Your nose can pick oxygen and take in and exhale the carbon dioxide and all of that, and you're living good. You wake up in the morning, you're sound. I'm not talking about the spiritual battles Father fights for you, because especially when you get into the brotherhood of the cross and star, you become a target because you are specially and carefully selected. We are very special. For you to have graduated into brotherhood, it means you have fought so many battles for you to get here. And a lot is already on you. In fact, I knew this when I got married. You are not important to the devil if the moment you just laying about.
You're still single?
No,
I mean
really.
The moment you're still.
No, in my case, because when you are married, there's a lot of another responsibility.
Okay.
You are now in charge of reproducing certain breed of humans. Now, for those of us who bless marriages, for those who follow the Father's teachings, because the Father says we are the ministry of aviation and transport, where God, Spirit, and angels are brought into the world. Now, there are saints who have served God and not meet up to the expectations or the state of perfection. They will be reborn. The Father says the world is without end in the everlasting gospel. So people say the world will end on such a date. Father said world without end. It means this life is regenerational.
Yes.
You finish, you continue until you attain a state of perfection where you can no longer fit into this realm and you graduate with God, or you be a saint, or you walk for God. So there are those saints who have labored for God, who did not meet up the expectation, the criteria. They have to be reborn. It's like a classroom. You're JS1, you finish, you enter JS2. When you fail JS2, you repeat until you get to a state of you've passed your exam complete and move to the next class. That is how we all graduate into different realms. So when you get into marriage, especially in the blessed family, and the Father blesses your marriage, you have a key to transmit. You're like a door now to move in those spirits. As I'm talking to you now, something just came into my mind. Hey, for the past 6 years, we've been having revelation that they are twin. That I'll give birth to twin.
Wow. And
I have 4 children already. For the past 1 or 2 months, it's become more rampant. Revelation have been coming. My sister, someone will say my sister. In fact, we were even counseling a particular couple who want to bless. One of the man was a visionary. Right in we are the one counseling you. The brother stood up. His body was doing him like that. He said, "Sister, I see two boys with you." Meanwhile, we already had a dream where my sister saw 2 boys really. And my sister said, I already have enough. I don't want. And Papa has already told us, you shouldn't have more than 2. Maximum 3. Look at the economy now. Do you expect I should be having more children when I have fees to pay and food? In fact, a bag of rice now cannot carry a house for a month. So when she had a dream, she saw 2 boys. He said, Madam, we want to be born through you. And she said, no, I'm done. He said, we will give you money.
Wow.
As I'm talking, I'm having goosebumps right now. He said, we'll give you money. That's how important it is when a womb is dedicated to God, for God to bring these souls in. That's why we must keep ourselves virtuous as much as you can. Because there are people who are coming to give you, we were even saying we don't want again. Papa is saying, because Papa has said we should not have more than 2, maximum 3. I already have 4. So I didn't want more. So in fact, there was another couple that needed a baby. We were saying, please let Papa give them. So, but you can see how these kids want to bless us. So imagine somebody who is virtuous now, who lives by Father's standard. Father will send those children to you because God is interested in the future. And that future is the children. Because through them, God will raise saints, will raise prophets who will do amazing stuff. People, we have not covered ground. I keep saying this all the time on TV. Brotherhood, we think brotherhood is just 34 Ambo. Brotherhood is South, Brotherhood is cross. We don't have a handbook in French. We don't have a handbook in Russia. We don't have a handbook in China. So if you go to China, how do you speak to Chinese people? How do you speak to Russians? We've not even gotten to Japan. One of the most difficult languages to learn is Japan. We've not even reached. So we have not covered ground. Now we need these saints to come. When you teach them, before you say Jack, they already understood what you, and they can shine without effortlessly. So that's the new generation that will take brotherhood to where brotherhood needs to be. So we have to keep ourselves decent and allow the Father to lead, and then choose even a spouse for us. Don't take decisions on your own. So thankful that this Thanksgiving now, it limits us a lot when we come to the Father to always beg, to always want to get, to always want to have from the kingdom. You should see what you can give, and don't give for everybody to see. Let it not be camera giving. You can sneak into the Father's account and put 1 million and nobody knows. It must not be until they shout in the hall. There's something that happened in my Bethel on this Sunday. We had, the Father revealed a feast. I just want to say it here, even though I didn't want to say it, but my spirit says I should say it, so that young people can learn. A certain, after we finish the fasting, the dry fast, the Bethel we contribute, everybody contributed. I believe the Bethel leadership must have felt, let's not tax people anymore. But the Father has given a revelation that peace should be celebrated across all BCS Bethel. So when I asked how are we going to go about it, the admin responded that the feast has been taken care of. I said, oh, thank you, Father. I felt the admin and the chairman of the Bethel and the priest had put heads together to ensure that the feast was going to be available. Not knowing that somebody had paid for the feast.
For it. Wow.
I felt it was wrong. Why did I feel so? Because it's a revelation. Everybody should contribute. If it's 15 naira, those who have can contribute 1 million for the feast. Those who don't have can see good 50 naira. Even though you don't have, you can still knock your head and say,
but sometimes it's like an act. You're still talking about Thanksgiving and giving, so it's sometimes like an act of giving. Someone is just feeling like, oh, if I can do this, that means God will do it in turn.
This is
Christ Ambassador, I'm coming because you're running out of time already. Sorry for cutting you.
Thank you.
Yes, you have spoken very well, and from the examples you have used, where people, go physically to get things and all of that. This also replicates when we're talking about prayers, where we keep praying, asking for more instead of thanking God for the more He has done. All right, but we are running out of time, so I would like you to summarize. Let's talk about giving, showing a heart of thanksgiving to a normal human being like you. Just summarize, please, in 2 minutes, because we are running out of time.
Life is basically about giving and taking. You see, even in what God created, animals will breathe out, the plant will take and live. The plant will also release the oxygen for us to breathe and live. So it's about giving and taking. For human, as much as you can, be the giver, not the receiver. The Bible, everlasting gospel says, there's a gospel, eat no man's food for naught, that you should not be held accountable. Now, this is the danger of it. is everlasting gospel. The father said, in fact, he penned on it and said, you must always learn to give, because when you take from somebody and not give a commensurate value to what you took, you are taking an overdraft. You are indebted to the person. Now, the reason why we have slaves are people who were indebted to people and died.
Wow.
You have to come back and pay
for
what you took. So because of that, you have to work. Because Papa said, if somebody gives you a lift from 34 Ambo to Stadium, for instance, and you know the value of that trip is 200 naira, and you know you cannot give this person and he will not take, what do? Fold the 200 and drop in the car.
Wow. Okay, because someone just gave me a lift this morning.
And you left nothing in the car.
I left nothing, and this person keeps saying, "Don't give me money each time I
You
carry."
can also give them a commensurate value. It mustn't be doesn't
By
matter.
doing what?
For instance, you can serve them. Maybe tomorrow you can give them the lift.
What if I don't have a car?
You find something to do for that 200.
Don't you?
must do.
Would you
It
say I
mustn't
can
be-
maybe since someone
not be
else
really
has done something
equivalent
to me, I can
in-
do it
yeah.
to
Can be
another
what-
person.
For instance, now the person has a car.
She just
I
asked,
said, I
can
want to
she
watch.
else
help someone else
in place of that.
Well, you are indebted to that person. If you help the other person, that one is now indebted to you.
Wow.
Okay, it's now like a moving
It just
trend.
goes on
All
and
right,
on.
so it has been a beautiful moment with Christ Ambassador Brother Eno Ikwen.
Amazing.
Remember, every Monday, am I right? We
Yeah.
will be bringing him here to do more of the motivational talk, yes, or subsequently maybe via Zoom. Yes, thank you so much,
Thank
sir,
you
for
very
that
much.
blessing.
Thank you so much,
I love
Master.
your
Thank you so
regalia
much.
today.
Yeah.
Okay, so we will be going on a short break, and then when we are right back, Eric will be doing sports with his wonderful crew member. Until then, I am Peace Smith, and of course,
Ruth Obu.
all right, go nowhere, stay glued to your TV set. Eric will be right back.
BCS Music.
Let your light shine out bright through the darkened wall, so that people be saved through the light in you. Representing Lila Lumba, we must do the right. Don't let people blaspheme him because of you. Because we are ambassadors of Christ to know, chosen to prove His excellency. Let's be the difference. Let's be the difference. Representing Little Lumba with His gospel of truth. Let's be the difference. Let's be the difference. Let's be the difference. Representing Little Lumba with His gospel of truth. Let's be the difference.
We must prove to the world we are gospel bearers. We belong to line of tribe of Judah. We must give helping hand to less privileged. We must preach this gospel to the thine world. Because we are ambassadors of Olumba Obu, chosen to prove His excellency. Let's be the difference. Let's be the difference. Representing Little Lumba with his gospel of truth. Let's be the difference. Let's be the difference. Let's be the difference. Representing Little Lumba with his gospel of truth. Let's be the difference. We must go to Macedonia and preach the word. We must go to Pakistan and stop the war. We must let Israel know he's in Africa. We must tell the Greece and Australia, because we are ambassadors of Olumba Obu. Yes, we are chosen to prove His excellency. Let's be the difference. Let's be the difference. Oh yes, representing Little Lumba with His gospel of His gospel. Let's be the difference. Oh,
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, you're still watching Morning Star Breakfast, so brought to you by Starcross Television, your #1 religious TV worldwide. This is not arguable. Yes, I am David Eric, and I have here with me my very wonderful guest who are going to do the football show together, Christ Ambassador Victor, and he's wearing a very wonderful badge. Good morning, Ambassador.
Good morning. Thank
That
you
is
very
a great smile coming from a victorious Manchester United fan. Am I lying?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
All right. Okay, we're moving straight to the FA Cup. This week was all about the FA Cup. Yes, it was a very wonderful quarterfinals. We start with the first game, Man City, Newcastle. This has become a very wonderful encounter for these two teams, Man City, Newcastle. So the game ended 2-0. Were you expecting anything less from Newcastle? Because Newcastle have really lost the direction on where they are moving currently in the league and in other games. What do you think about Newcastle?
Well, thinking about Newcastle as a team is one thing, but thinking about Manchester City versus Newcastle is a different thing.
Okay.
So I don't know what you're asking for. Are you
I'm
asking
thinking about Newcastle. Why
as
did
a
they?
team?
Why? Yes, as a team. What is happening to them that normally they were supposed to give Man City a fight and maybe either come up with a shockwave as they did previously, but we saw them losing out to Man City.
When you talk about giving Manchester City a fight, there is no team as far as English Premier League is concerned that gives Man City a fight.
Ambassador, we have seen Liverpool. Liverpool dealt with them very well, and we saw the controversial moment. If not, Liverpool would have won that game, Ambassador.
That is what I'm trying to say. You don't give them a fight this season. It is either
we give them
lose,
what?
They lose honorably, or they fight you. You don't give them a fight. Yeah, talking about Newcastle, I don't think anybody this season would have expected Newcastle to beat Manchester City.
Wow.
Nobody this season will expect that. So I wasn't expecting anything less. But talking about Newcastle as a team, Newcastle, every team always have their ups and downs. I think this is the downside, or this is the downtime for Newcastle this season. Maybe next season they will pick up their broken pieces and they'll move on. But for this season,
they are done.
Newcastle is just shaky.
They are done.
No, they're not done. They are just shaky. A little bit to the left and a little bit to the right. So if you watch very well, so there are some games they win, they beat big teams this season.
Yes.
There are sometimes they even pull out a draw with big teams. So it's just a shaky team this season. Just like Manchester United is not.
I think we're better than them because we're ahead of them. What I see now, I see in Newcastle that has lost direction and momentum. So we're hoping for a better Newcastle. All right, let's look at the next game, Wolves Coventry. Ambassador, you're a very good fan of the Championship side. And this is Coventry taking on Wolves, and they won Wolves on the Wolves ground 2-3. And they will be facing Manchester United for the semi-final. Ambassador, this is kudos to the Championship side. It's the championship side are doing great. What do you think about them? Coventry.
Of course, Coventry is, in short, the championship side is where tough football is being played.
Yeah, that's what you normally say.
That is why they say that English or football in England is different. Not football in the English Premier League. Football in England at large is different. You know, when I tell people that if I were to be a coach in English Premier League, I would not scout for players outside the championship. Because it is in the championship that you see good football, you see physical fitness football, you see football at its peak. So Coventry beating Wolves at Wolves ground is not strange. You know, we see FA Cup ties, you know, the Carabao Cup ties, where these small teams will hold big teams or will hold Premier League teams to ransom. So it is because of the physicality of their football in their league. You know, the championship is not like the Premiership or the league where top 4 automatically qualifies. You know, everybody plays first to secure the first and second position. Now, because of the struggle, you now see that the number 3, 4, 5, 6 are still good teams.
Yes.
And you know, they have to, you know, play amongst each other again. So that is why football in the championship is always very, very tough. It's very physical. So I don't think any football lover will be surprised for Coventry, you know, winning Wolves at Wolves ground.
All right. Last but the second to last game, Chelsea, Leicester. Chelsea are through 4-2. Ambassador, Chelsea, this is a side that I will not say they are not consistent. I don't really know what is the problem of the Chelsea side. But they have been to a cup final and they are in the semi-finals, but they are sitting at 11th in the Premier League. What is really their problem? But they had a very nice game yesterday, Sunday. But what is really the problem of the Chelsea side?
You know, what is happening to Chelsea is not strange. It happens to every team that is trying to build up, from the coaching crew to the players. Chelsea is just like a newborn baby as we speak. You know, Chelsea have had a complete refurbishing of the team. And as we speak, Chelsea have a new coach. So you don't expect everything to be rosy for Chelsea at this moment. But I bet you from next season, Chelsea is going to be a very tough side to beat from next season. Because as they are being shaky this season, they are trying to gather momentum. They are trying to, you know, to blend the team together. They are trying to, you know, be a formidable side. You know, take a typical example from what happened to Arteta 3 seasons back. He wasn't stable. The team wasn't stable because he was still trying to build the team. But today, anybody that wants to play Arsenal, you need to pray and fast for you to be able to beat Arsenal, you know, even to pull out a draw with Arsenal. So that is the same thing applicable to Chelsea. If the new Chelsea owner can be patient with Pochettino, give him throughout the season, and we're going to see Chelsea bounce back next season.
All right, last but not the least, Manchester United 4 and Liverpool 3. It is said that Manchester United has not lost for the past 30 years to Liverpool at FA Cup when it is being played at the Old Trafford, and yesterday it came to pass, and records to speak. I was really shocked that Manchester United had to come back 4-3. We saw the game all dead at first half, and down to the second half. It was at the extra time on the 80 something minutes when it was being equalized, and Michael Rashford was supposed to end the game on the 94th minute, and he missed the clear chance. Master, this was a shocking. Did you believe that Manchester United was going to win this game? I
didn't believe, but kudos to Amad Diallo. That boy is like Garnacho of last season and Garnacho of early part of this season. And you know, all these young lads, you know, they're always very surprising. They spring up surprises. You know, we on several occasions, I think last season against Fulham, Garnacho came from the bench to secure a lead against Fulham, 1-2. I think this season we've had, you know, our academy players, young players come from the bench to secure a lead. So I was very surprised when Amad Diallo came off the bench and secured a lead for Manchester United. Well, kudos to the players, kudos to especially the coach. The coach did a whole lot of tactical substitutions. You know, substitutions that we even saw Bruno Fernandes fall back to play the defense. So I don't know, sometimes this is what I used to talk about coaching. You know, you have to think outside the box. You know, as fan, when you're watching some kind of substitutions, you get worried, you get angry, why is the coach doing this? But we saw it all work out in the favor of Manchester United. At that point, the coach did not need much of defense. He needed much of attacking. So we saw him bring on attacking players and taking off defensive players, and we saw the likes of Bruno Fernandes come back to play the defense line. It was very surprising.
It was really, really funny when Anthony was deployed to play the number 3.
Okay, yeah, the number three, yeah.
And Dalot 2, Bruno 5 and 6, and Maguire going forward to
and
become the strike. I don't know what is going on, but it worked out well. It worked out.
Some of these coaches, or most of the coaches, or all the coaches, they play chess a lot. So I think all those inspiration used to come from the chess they play.
All right, quick one before we wrap up this section. Coventry, Manchester United, Man City, Chelsea. Do you think this is a favorable tie? Man City, Chelsea. Man City have been held twice by Chelsea this season on the goalless, on draws. The first was 4-4, the second was 1-1. What do you think is going to be the outcome? Do you think Pep is shaking already? Because Chelsea side are always dominant when they get to meet Man City, no matter how bad they are.
Okay, first of all, I am foreseeing a Manchester final.
Like it happened last year.
Yeah, I'm foreseeing a Manchester final, but Manchester United will lose at the final again.
Wow.
yes. Manchester United this season cannot beat Manchester City. Let's tell ourselves the truth.
Okay.
But
this
first,
is football.
I know. I used to say this is football, but face reality sometimes. This is football, yes, we know, but first of all, Chelsea will not hold Manchester City to ransom.
Not again.
Not again. You know, there is this thing that Pep used to do that sometimes I used to sit down and ask myself, how does it work? Pep will play 3-2-4-1, and sometimes you as a football pundit, you now begin to ask yourself, what is this man trying to do? But you discover that he's going to play very high-line pressing football on Chelsea. He knows very well that Chelsea's midfield is not good, just like he capitalized on Manchester United midfield. He knew very well that Manchester United doesn't have the midfield to contain his team, so he had to redeploy this kind of formation. So he's going to do the same thing to Chelsea, and Chelsea will not be able to contain it.
Wow.
And talking about Manchester United and Coventry, it's something that Manchester United should fast and pray for them to be able to win Coventry. Yeah.
This is really, really funny. Manchester United, without all doubt, are greater than Coventry, and I believe they want to exercise their
What do you mean
power.
greater than? Is it by the name?
Yes,
or
achievements and the kind of things they have.
it is not the achievement that is going to come to the pitch to play. It is the crop of players from this team and this team that will come to the pitch to play. So please keep the achievement aside and let's face reality.
Before the game against Liverpool, Eric Ten Hag took his boys out for a night out, and wanted a player reunion and coach reunion. Do you think all these things that happened really made them to come up victorious?
Of course, it helps to rebuild your mindset. Yes, of course, all works and no play makes Jack a dull
So
boy.
definitely, when they go out for another visitation again,
I have not said so.
definitely it's going to work out for them, right? All right, we are hoping that a very wonderful and fantastic game comes out when it's time for the semi-finals. All right, this week we're done with the club football. We are moving straight into the international season. Players have been called upon to come out and represent their countries for the friendlies and for those taking on the qualifiers, both in AFCON and Europe. Ambassador, Nigeria is taking on Ghana. What do you think is going to happen? You know the battle line is always there between Nigeria and Ghana, and we're taking on Ghana 9 p.m. on Friday. What do you think is going to be the outcome?
Nigeria is going to triumph over Ghana.
Wow, so easy.
Yeah, very easy. You know, the spirit of the just concluded AFCON is still there, and Ghana, we saw their outcome in the just concluded AFCON. Ghana did not really impress. They did not play like a team. But Nigeria have played like a team for about 7 matches, if I'm not mistaken. So that spirit, that momentum, I'm very sure is still there. And these players have, gone back to their clubs and they are still performing very well.
Yeah.
And with the mindset of the coach, the Nigerian coach, I am very, very sure that Nigeria will triumph over.
Okay, Ambassador, speaking about the coach, our coach has not signed a new contract yet. So are we expecting him to come up against Ghana, because he has not signed a new contract yet? His contract ended at the AFCON.
Yeah, well, let's just see how it goes.
So are we going to have a new coach?
But I don't know. I don't know if it is because of the coach or if or the fault is from the coach or is from NFA. But I think that coach should
be maintained.
Should be maintained. It's not easy to have a coach with that kind of mindset. You know, we saw the kind of substitutions he made.
Yes.
You know, if that coach is being given time, and I am still having this feeling that that coach is not given free hands to work. This is Nigeria.
Wow.
I'm still having that feelings because there are some players that the man did not call, and I knew very well that on a normal base those players would love to represent their country. So that is where I am having this feeling that the man is still being influenced by our guy at the top. So
all right, Ambassador, are you expecting new callers to come for the national team? Because this is a friendly and all coaches want to have new callers, most especially from the home base. We have not really gotten this, felt the sweetness from the home base.
Yeah.
We have players, good players in the home base.
Of course, I don't know. It depends on the coach. If the coach wants to deal with home-based players, then it's fine. But I think if this coach does not renew his contract and the mantle is handed over to an indigenous coach, he might likely use home-based players. Right. But if the man renews his contract, I think he will still maintain the squad he had.
Okay, thank you so much, Ambassador. We are hoping that Nigeria comes up victorious against Ghana, and we're expecting great players. Players like Murphy to play against Ghana because they were just on the bench. We do not really want to see an overhaul Osimhen, the regular faces. We need to see different. Let's look at South Africa, for example. They opted out for using Mamadou Sando and Super Sport United and the rest of the clubs to work on the South African team, and they went as much as to the semi-final. So I'm believing if the boys from Aqua United, Kano Pillars, Rivers United are given this chance to come to national team, definitely they will do well and possibly get an indigenous coach. What do you think about that?
Of course, you see, if you want to see a very good teamwork, you go for home-based players who really want to make name, and if you have a 23 player squad with maybe 70% of home-based players, you are going to see this oneness in the team. You are going to see this formidable team because all these players want to be like a foreign-based player, so they want to play. If I were to be a Nigerian football coach, I will never repeat a team twice in a tournament. But once I go for the home-based players and they give me what I want, next tournament I'm scouting for a fresh set of home-based players because these are players that want to make the name. They want to represent their country. They want to be seen by the entire world. They want to break the jinx of the limitations of being watched only in their local leagues. So that is why it is always very, very important to scout for these home-based players because they really play for the badge.
All right, thank you so much, Ambassador. It has been very wonderful having you on set, and we're wishing Nigeria a very successful game on Friday, and we're hoping to see here a press conference if we are retaining our coach or what is going to happen. But currently now, we do not really know the situation of the Super Eagles. Thank you so much, our wonderful audience, for staying tuned from the first part of the Morning Star Breakfast Show and down till the last part of the Morning Star Breakfast Show. This is where we draw our curtains close until we come your way tomorrow. I am David Eric. Have a nice and wonderful day. Bye-bye.